A signed one-on-one Caitlin Clark card is now the highest-selling women's sports trading cards of all time. It sold for a record-breaking $660,000.
Wow. Caitlin Clark breaking records on the court, breaking records off the court.
Panini Flawless WNBA Platinum Caitlin Clark rookie card sold for $660,000.
Clark nearly doubled the previous record for the most expensive card in history.
The WNBA needs this woman.
This is another example of Caitlin Clark's power, the draw.
The hype is no longer just noise. It's real, measurable, and growing.
The incredible power, appeal of this 23-year-old woman who is changing the face of sport.
More than anything, the valuation of the franchise explosion.
Even while injured, Caitlin Clark just made history again.
Even if she doesn't, it will break records and be the second highest ever, only beaten by the time she played in it.
Her rookie card just sold for a record-breaking $660,000, the most expensive WNBA card ever. She's not just changing the game on the court, she's changing the entire business off it.
Caitlin Clark has started a new market in the card collectible space.
The hype is real. The numbers prove it. And if you're 100% Team Caitlin, drop a 100% in the comments. Because this is how a rookie is rewriting sports history without even playing.
Caitlin Clark hype is real. The effect is real.
This all-star rating is proving she has risen the entire league.
Caitlin Clark just did the unthinkable. Again. While recovering from a groin injury, her one-of-one Panini Flawless rookie card.
Clark nearly doubled the previous record for the most expensive card in history. It was also the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year, who held the previous mark with her 2024 Panini Prism Signatures Gold Vinyl Prism that was sold for $366,000.
Sold for a jaw-dropping $660,000.
Panini Flawless WNBA Platinum Caitlin Clark rookie card with an autograph. Caitlin Clark, 769 points and counting. That is a one-of-one, it looks like. Sold for, you see that right, $660,000.
Through Fanatics Collect.
Caitlin Clark's flawless logo woman one-of-one autograph has just set the record for the highest selling WNBA card in history, selling for $660,000 at Fanatics Collect.
That's not just a record, that's a statement. And here's the kicker. The previous record for a WNBA card, also Caitlin's. It went for $366,000.
This cruised past the previous record, also held by Clark, of $366,000.
She nearly doubled her own mark.
From $366,000 to $660,000, Caitlin Clark hype is real.
This isn't just about cardboard. This is real money, real collectors, and real belief in her long-term value. Caitlin has done something no WNBA player, and very few athletes, have ever done. She's made women's basketball cards a hot market. Before she arrived, no one cared about WNBA collectibles.
Talk about a pioneer. As indicated in the past, talk about a pioneer, folks. Did anybody ever care about WNBA basketball cards until Caitlin Clark?
Now, her presence is driving up demand across the board. Prices are rising for Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, even Angel Reese.
As Caitlin Clark's prices raise, everybody else's prices are raising as well. The Asia cards are growing. The Sabrina cards are growing. The Angel Reese cards are increasing in price.
All because of Clark. She's sparked a collectibles revolution. That $660,000 card isn't just a rare item. It's a signal.
This is after the flawless logo woman one-of-one was purchased via Fanatics Collect for a mind-blowing $660,000.
That Caitlin Clark is now one of the most valuable names in all of sports. It proves her hype isn't just viral noise.
Clark has firmly established herself as the biggest name in the WNBA, and as proven by this latest record-breaking purchase, fans and collectors alike are adamant that her stock will continue to rise in the coming years.
It's backed by serious dollars.
I should have checked on the record, Serena Williams, and I wonder if this passed it.
The hype is no longer just noise. It's real, measurable, and growing.
Investors are already predicting that same card could be worth $1 million.
What's your worth? What somebody's willing to pay. How much is that card worth? Somebody was willing to pay $660,000. That's how much that card's worth.
Within a few seasons.
It's worth $660,000 today, might be worth $750,000 tomorrow. Worth $750,000 tomorrow, might be worth over $1 million in 2 years.
And here's what makes it even crazier. She wasn't even playing when this happened. She was out, injured, not dropping 30 points, not dishing assists, and yet she dominated the headlines. That's power. That's influence. So ask yourself, what athlete in their rookie year has ever had this kind of effect? Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star. She's already changing the economics of the WNBA from the bench.
The only thing stopping Caitlin Clark from continuing to blowing these things out of their numbers might be the Indiana Fever and Stephanie White.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a viral sensation or a collectible queen. She's the engine driving the WNBA's growth in real time. Let's start with the numbers. Before Caitlin even played a professional game, the Indiana Fever were just another team, pulling in about 4,000 fans a night.
Before Caitlin Clark showed up to the Indiana Fever, they were drawing roughly 4,000 fans.
Now, they're playing in sold-out arenas with 17,000 plus fans, night after night, all across the country. That's not growth. That's a seismic shift. Teams are literally moving their games to bigger venues.
They are Caitlin Clark's biggest fans, and they are the reason that these TV ratings are through the roof.
Just to hold the crowds when the Fever come to town. One reporter even said, it's not just a game, it's an event when Caitlin Clark's in town.
That the Indiana Fever average home attendance last year, first year of Caitlin Clark, was higher than the average home attendance of 5 NBA teams.
Cities like Las Vegas, New York, and Chicago have all had to adjust. That doesn't happen for rookies. That barely happens for veterans. But it's not just ticket sales. The media can't look away. When Caitlin was ruled out of the All-Star game, ESPN still centered their coverage on her. She didn't touch the floor.
So the numbers finally came out on the WNBA All-Star game without Caitlin Clark. She was injured.
Didn't take a single shot, yet the camera followed her all weekend. Her assistant coach role became one of the top storylines of the event. Even sidelined, Caitlin Clark was the main attraction.
Well, you've only got Caitlin Clark. Well, she'll be in the All-Star game. She'll be in the playoffs.
And if you're thinking, okay, that's just hype, let me show you what hype backed by cold hard facts looks like. The Indiana Fever's team valuation jumped 273%.
Star ratings, the merchandise sales explosion, the ticket sale explosion, the TV rating increases, and more than anything, the valuation of the franchise explosion.
In the first half of the season.
The Fever with Caitlin's evaluation has got up 273%.
That's a level of financial growth no other WNBA team has seen. Ever. It's not subtle. It's Caitlin-driven. Sponsors, advertisers, and media deals are now flooding in.
All of them at least 100%.
Because she's in the building. She's also dominating the TV side. Even with no All-Star minutes, the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game still pulled 2.2 million viewers.
Got 2.2 million viewers.
The second highest ever.
Even without Caitlin Clark, it was the second highest rated WNBA All-Star game ever, and that is a huge point of distinction. Now we have 2 back-to-back All-Star ratings. Sets a record, and even if gone, highest in 19 years.
Guess why? The cameras still caught her smiling, coaching, interacting.
If Caitlin Clark plays in the All-Star game, it will set records.
Social media was flooded with her clips. She didn't need to play. She was the show.
Even if she doesn't, it will break records and be the second highest ever, only beaten by the time she played in it.
But maybe the most mind-blowing stat? A recent survey showed 77% of Indiana Fever fans said they wouldn't follow the team anymore if Caitlin left.
That's 17,000 fans showing up to Indiana Fever games when Caitlin Clark is playing. The number I got back was 13,090 would head right out the door out of 17,000 fans. 858 fans that said, I'm out the door.
Let that sink in. Nearly 8 out of 10 fans are only there because of her. That's unheard of in professional sports. Not even LeBron or Tom Brady had that type of personal fan capture in year one. She's not just an athlete. She's a brand, a movement, and to many fans, a reason to believe in women's basketball again. Think about the emotional weight of that. This isn't just about scoring or winning. For some young girls in the crowd, she's the first female athlete they've ever truly followed. For dads in the stands, she's the player who made them buy WNBA tickets for the first time. For cities like Indy, she's an economic force lifting up local businesses and media interest. And yet, she's still only a rookie, injured, on the bench, not even at full power, and still doing all this. So when people say she's overhyped, let the numbers speak. Let the sold-out games speak. Let the 77% fan loyalty speak. Caitlin Clark is doing something no one has done before. She's carrying the WNBA forward, whether she's on the court or not.
If Caitlin leaves Fever, would you still support the Fever? We've got 1,145 votes here. Nope, my bags are packed is far and away leading the way with 76.9%, 77% in other words.
Caitlin Clark's rise has sparked something powerful and uncomfortable within the WNBA.
What is going on with Caitlin Clark and her colleagues in the WNBA, whether it is just another moment where a superstar comes in from college, or is there some form and format of jealousy happening here?
Because for all the record-breaking numbers, for all the media attention, for all the sellout crowds, not everyone is celebrating. In fact, some players seem to resent her. The deeper story here is not just about impact. It's about how threatening her impact feels to those who came before her. You've probably noticed it already. The passive-aggressive quotes, the subtle jabs, the players who refuse to say her name in interviews. When asked about Caitlin, some stars respond with cold professionalism, others with flat-out hostility. After the All-Star game, one reporter asked a veteran why she didn't mention Caitlin Clark when naming the next faces of the league. She replied, "She's not the only rookie in the WNBA." That one sentence told a whole story. Let's be honest, the league is divided right now. There's the old guard, who feel they've worked for years with little attention. Then there's Caitlin, who walked in and flipped the sport upside down in 4 months.
Muffet McGraw, in the book, I quote her. She talks about the petty jealousy that she was seeing. She's, of course, sent a ton of Notre Dame players to the WNBA and has watched very closely. And
that tension is real, and it's growing. We saw it during the All-Star weekend. Caitlin was selected as an assistant coach for Team WNBA. And yet, some All-Star players barely acknowledged her presence. Some even mocked her selection. On social media, there were fans and players suggesting she didn't deserve that honor since she wasn't playing. But ask yourself, if it weren't for Caitlin Clark, would anyone outside of hardcore fans even know when the All-Star game was happening? Her influence brought eyes, attention, sponsorship, and that's what makes it so uncomfortable for some. See, Caitlin Clark didn't ask to be the face of the league, but the world chose her anyway. And that choice revealed something. The WNBA had been waiting for a moment like this, but wasn't prepared for the way it would shake up the culture. There's also a racial undertone to some of the criticism. Let's not pretend it doesn't exist. Some players and commentators have hinted that Caitlin's popularity is more about who she is, a white woman, than what she's done. But that ignores the facts. She leads all rookies in points and assists.
74% Black League. And now they're getting that attention because Caitlin Clark and because now the media is covering it.
She's breaking records every week. She shows up with class, humility, and elite skill. Every single game. She's earned this, period. But to those who've been grinding in the shadows for years with little reward, it doesn't feel fair. And instead of embracing the spotlight she's bringing, some are rejecting it.
The WNBA needs this woman to be there, to be playing well, and that spotlight that shines on her, Rich, shines on all these other players who.
Just look at the silence from the league. Caitlin Clark brought millions of dollars, new fans, and global attention, but you rarely hear league leadership directly praising her. Why? Because acknowledging her full impact means confronting the fact that the system wasn't working before she came. That's a hard pill to swallow. For the league, for the veterans, and for some in the media. And yet, she just keeps showing up. Through the noise, the subtle digs, the silence, Caitlin Clark just keeps being herself. Humble, focused, elite. She's not clapping back. She's not stirring drama. She's letting her game, her fans, and her numbers do all the talking. In fact, the only time she addressed the jealousy, it was with grace. She said, "People can say what they want. I'm just here to hoop." That's it. That's the mindset of someone who knows who she is and what she represents. So while the critics try to tear her down, she keeps rising. And maybe that's what really hurts them the most. Because Caitlin Clark is changing more than basketball. She's changing power dynamics. She's changing media narratives.
They need to realize sooner than later, not that you treat her like kid gloves, but that Caitlin is to them even more important than Tiger was to men's golf.
She's changing who gets to be the center of attention in the WNBA. And not everyone's ready for that.
Let me know when women's basketball players make the same as men. Let me know when the TV contracts are the same, when the attendance is the same, other than for Caitlin.
She didn't play and the ratings were still up.
Caitlin Clark hasn't just arrived. She's transformed the WNBA in less than half a season. From selling out arenas, to breaking jersey records, to $660,000 rookie cards and leading all rookies in points and assists. She's not just playing the game. She's rewriting the rules. And through it all, the hate, the silence, the backhanded comments, she hasn't flinched. She's responded with grace, focus, and a level of composure that most veterans can't match. No interviews needed, no clapbacks, just buckets, broken records, and sold-out crowds. So if you believe in what Caitlin Clark is doing, if you see the shift she's creating in women's sports, then drop a 100% in the comments right now. Because love her or hate her, you can't deny it. This rookie is carrying an entire league, and she's doing it better than anyone ever has. And she's just getting started.
This all-star rating is proving she has risen the entire league.